All right, so here we go. So I was looking at Spike Lee. I'm gonna go to his IMDb page. And I was talking to my wife about this, and so right now you see he's right here, this Black Klansman. I'll talk about this right now. It's so he got a standing ovation at Cannes recently or whatever. And let me just see here, standing ovation. I need it to be an O right there. Ovation, right? So it's ovation. So, see, Spike Lee received an 8-minute standing ovation, and I saw one thing that like Spike is back, right? And for me, because I kind of grew up around Spike Lee movies, he was really, really on in the 80s and in the early 90s. He had quite a few movies out, right? So let's just take a look at what he's had since then. Jesus Christ, it's so many. But you see right here that he had the Joe Style, Bed-Stuy Barbershop, We Cut Heads was his actual short for high school, right? I mean, for college, right? And then he came out with She's Gotta Have It, and that was actually his thesis coming out of film school, right? And then he kind of School Days was big. Do the Right Thing was big. Mo Better Blues, big. Jungle Fever, huge. Malcolm X ripped off for a fucking Oscar. I mean, seriously. But then, Clockers and Crooklyn was okay, but he kind of fell off. The Girl 6 was just all right. Then he did a lot of commercials with Michael Jordan. Then he did the whole Michael Jackson thing. But you see, he kind of fell off, man. You're talking about years now. Get on the Bus was just all right, right? But this was his high time right here in the 80s. This was it. So I want to show you everything that he fought. So now we're talking from 96, 97. Inside Man was done. That's a studio film. I'm talking about his own films, right? So look at all the time that he went. These are all flops, man. Red Hook Summer, flop. All of these, The Blood of Jesus, flop. All of this shit was flopped, right? Chirac, it was a flop, pretty much, right? Then he's got a TV series that She's Gotta Have It. I never do that. I'm going to look that up. But right here, 2018, man, from way down here, he finally comes back with another film, and they're kind of on his nuts, right? Why am I telling you about this? The reason why I'm telling you about this is because you as an online marketer, as an entrepreneur, have to get this same dedication. It's funny, my wife said, doing movies for his people is what he does. That's it. If you look at his shit, he's only doing movies for African Americans and trying to uplift his people. He doesn't deviate from that shit. That's what he does. If it flops, cool, whatever. I'm trying a whole bunch of shit. I'll do commercials. I'll do some shorts or whatever. But if you look, it's his one thing. He focuses on the one thing. And he doesn't give. Right? And so now he gets a standing ovation and Spike is back, right? So again, let's see here. I saw Spike Lee is back 2018. I saw this headline, and you see it says it's a hit. Black Klansman is a hit. Spike is back. But look how long he had to stay forward. Would it be possible for you now? I want you to remember now. You have to put everything in perspective and say to yourself, well, because somebody's gonna say, well, Spike Lee is rich though, and he's been making. Nah. I want you to understand that this is this man's craft. He hasn't won an Oscar. Remember, just because he's doing black movies and just because he's kind of like an independent type director doesn't mean that he doesn't want that Oscar, that shine. He wants it, right? So here it is. Could you stay focused for 20 years, man. Look at this, man. 20 years. Could you stay focused for 20 years from here when he kind of start flopping? Could you stay focused that long until you got another standing ovation? Because remember, he was getting standing ovations and he was a rock star down here, right? He wasn't a rock star. People were kind of talking shit. I'll tell you this. When he came out with Chirac, people was like, Spike is done. It's over. He need to sit down. There was a lot of shit talking going on, man. When he came out with the vampire joint, oh, man. Yeah, the vampire joint, man. They were like, Spike need to lay down, man. It's over. That's what they were saying about him. Focus. 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 Focus on the one thing, man, and stay at that shit over and over and over again. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about myself. Don't you think I want 1 million followers today? Don't you think I want 2 million subscribers tomorrow? I look at my YouTube channel and I say to myself, damn, man, I only got 3,500 subscribers and I've been at this shit for, I don't know, a couple years now. And, you know, and I look at other guys that have 30 and 40 and 50,000, people that are growing twice, way faster than me, right? Oh, well, maybe it's because of this, and maybe, I don't know what it is, but no matter what happens, I'm not going to stop, right? I'm going to keep my legs churning. It's just that story. You guys remember that story that they told, that the dude told, and Christopher Walken was telling the story to Leo DiCaprio and Catch Me If You Can. And the story was that the little mice was trying to get out of the butter, and I guess some other mice died or whatever, but he kept his legs going so much that finally he turned the milk into butter. They were in some cream. He turned the cream into butter and got out of the little cup or whatever they were in, right? It's the same thing, man. You got to keep your legs going. You got to keep your legs churning. And I watch these successful people, right? Like, nobody may be paying attention to this, but I want you to look at what this is, right? That's why I came to his IMDb page, so you can see. From here, from Get on the Bus, He Got Game was all right, okay? I'm going to say that. So let's just, the Summer of Sam was good too. So let's come out of here to about 2000. The original Kings of Comedy, Bamboozled was all right. So 2000, and I think that's it. Right? So let's just say from 2000 to 20, so 18 years. How do you keep your legs churning for 18 years? Flops, people saying that you washed up, right? How do you do it? How is it possible to do that, man? Focusing on that one thing, man. Look at what the successful people do, man. Success leaves clues, right? And so maybe you don't like Spike Lee. Maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you're like, fuck Spike Lee or whatever. And that's cool, right? But for me, this was just a lesson for me that I just wanted to kind of talk about really quickly, because I had a student talking about some of his failures in my private group. And I just kind of wanted to talk to, kind of my student as well and see that, man, sometimes it takes 20 years, but you never give up, man. And that always comes down to, number one is doing what you love every day. He doesn't stop. You notice that he has a bunch of shit. He didn't just stop. He kept throwing shit. The Sweet Blood of Jesus, man, was so whack. That's the vampire joint. Whack. Right? But he never stopped. He even doing video shorts, whatever. He just kept going, man, and throwing shit up against the wall and seeing what hits. And now they're talking about he's back. He never left. He's been down with his craft. I watched a video with Don Cheadle, and he was saying a lot of people come up to him and they're like, yeah, man, I want to do what you do and I want to be an actor, blah, blah, blah. And he was kind of a dick about it. He was like, listen, man, if you want to be an actor, man, are you doing the work? How many plays did you do last week? How many, auditions did you do last week? When's the last time you visited your acting coach? Are you actually doing the work? He's like, you want to be me because you see me at the Oscars and you see me in big movies and shit, man, but you didn't watch when I was grinding on Broadway or off Broadway, doing high school plays and shit. He's like, did you do the work? And that's what Spike is showing you right here. No matter what, he's doing the work. even if it's a small short, a video documentary, even a video, he don't give a fuck, whatever it is, as long as it's making movies and it's talking about his people, he's in it. That's his one thing, right? What's your one thing? You got to get that focus, man. And maybe you don't dig this video or whatever, because, I mean, these kind of videos, man, this isn't what people want, but this is it. This is the roadmap. 20 years of nothing, and then boom, now I'm back. But I never left. He been in it. He's been doing the work. Just because he wasn't shooting Oscar award-winning films doesn't mean he wasn't getting experience along the way. He was still grinding. And maybe he hasn't hit the Oscar yet, right? But he got that standing ovation. You know, it's funny that I saw his face. And, man, you know, you could tell he was really feeling what he got. And then the speech that he gave afterward had nothing to do with saying, hey, man, you motherfuckers had counted me out and now I'm back. He started talking shit about Trump and talking about his whole shit, pushing his agenda forward, right? Because that's his one thing. He's like, you motherfuckers could have put anybody in. He went in, right? My point in bringing this to you, to the lessons learned from this, man, is to keep grinding. Because somebody said to me the other day, it was like, find a job you love so you'll never have to work another day, right? And that's how I do it. I'm behind this microphone because I love doing it. I study and I like marketing, right? I love talking to people, and this is my thing. Somebody asked me the other day, says, why did you choose to be an influencer? I didn't choose to be an influencer. I'm just doing what I do, and influencing just happened to be a part of that, I guess, a word, but I'm just doing what the fuck I do. I like teaching people. I like talking to people, and I like getting behind this microphone and doing what I do every day. I didn't choose to do this shit. It's what I like, what I love to do. Not even a like. And in 20 years, in 18 years, whether I have 3,000 followers or 3 million followers, I'll still be here doing fucking videos. I'll still be here helping people out, no matter whether it's 3,000 or 3 million, or whether they give me some type of award or whether they don't, or whether I get a standing ovation or not, just like Spike. He's not back. He never left. And what's really cool is that he didn't place his success, that like he didn't let them give him his success and stand there and talk about, yeah, y'all thought I was dead. He didn't even say that. Because to him, it's like, nah, this is just another movie. Y'all just happen to like this motherfucker right here. I liked all the shit I did. I'm pretty sure he liked everything he did, right? Y'all just like this one. So I really liked the lesson to be learned from that, man, because like you get a lot of dudes that read autobiographies and shit like that so they can try to get, you know, clues, because success leaves clues, right? But what I try to tell people is that it's all out in the open. It's not a secret. People are reading through all, trying to find the secret to, you know, being successful. It's out there in the open, man. It's every day. If you're looking for the secret to success, it's that word. It's every day. That's it. It's don't stop. It's every day. It's stay at your grind. It's focus. That's it. I say this all the time, and people don't believe me, man. You know, clicking buttons and actually learning how to do funnels and shit like that is cool. You know, learning how to make landing pages. But what's going to happen when you learn how to make a landing page, but then you don't do the shit every day? What's going to happen? What's going to happen when you understand how to make landing pages? You learn click funnels. You learn how to do everything, right? You learn it all, right? Hey, what's up, Mike? And David, I see you there. I apologize. I'm just now clicking on. I'm just getting all excited about what I'm talking about. But Inside Man, I said that's not Spike Lee, though, man. That was a studio film. But when you learn how to make funnels, when you start learning how to click buttons and do Facebook ads and shit like that, though, but you don't actually do the work, though, right? You don't actually get up every day and grind every day. What's going to happen when you finish learning that? What are you going to do, right? 95% of what you're going to do, man, is going to be getting out there and keeping your legs going and being like Spike, man, and taking your ass out there for 18 years, man. 18 years. Without and people saying Spike is back is almost an insult. What you mean I'm back, motherfucker? Everything I did was cool, right? That's what he thinking. But that's what I'm talking about, though. You can't let people affect what you do. Sure, they was talking shit about him, and I know for a fact, man, in some of these little dry periods in here, man, I think I would have had to reevaluate, because I even said it a few times about Spike, like, man, he need to, go back to the drawing board, but he didn't, and he told me, Sonny, fuck you, I'm not going back to the drawing board, I'm staying down. I'm gonna do what I do, man, and this Night Watch, this next one that's announced is probably gonna flop. Oh, man. Anyways. So it's just a little message I had for you guys today, man. Be more like Spike, man. Keep your feet grinding, keep your legs moving, man. Churn that butter. Don't let anybody stop you, man. Don't let anybody tell you that you done fell off. Don't let people tell you that you need to reevaluate. Don't let other people try to tell you what you need to be doing. Right? Stay focused. Keep your eye on your own prize. Find out what you love to do. Start doing this shit, man, and don't stop. Work on it every day, and I promise you, man, you're going to start seeing big changes in your life. The everyday shit, man, has nothing to do with getting the actual work done. It is totally a mental exercise. Start working every day, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you're going to start seeing a lot of changes in your life. A lot of the ways you see shit, a lot of the ways you view everyone else. You're going to start seeing the changes how people view you. And you're going to be like, oh, shit. You're going to start realizing who your friends are, who your friends aren't. You're going to start seeing, the separation between the cream and the curd, man. You're going to start seeing the difference. You're going to start seeing the trash all at the bottom and the cream rises to the top, and you're going to start seeing the trash at the bottom. And it's going to be a lot of people, man. And then you start to realize that you're a special breed of person. Then you start to realize that you really are different from everybody else, man. My wife and several girlfriends in the past always used to tell me, dude, you're not like everybody else. There's some different shit about you. Like that determination shit you got going on is kind of weird, because I'll latch on to something like a pit bull and won't let it go until I make it happen, man. And they kept telling me there's something different about you. No, ain't nothing different about me. I'm like everybody else. My wife even back in the background, like, nope, right? Because you'll start to see that. And then you'll start to accept it and say, you know what? I am different. You'll start to realize that you'll start to see bullshit too. You get the matrix view. You'll start to see people, excuses popping out of their mouth, and you'll start to see, oh, that's an excuse. Well, that's bullshit. Well, fuck. And you'll start to see those things, and you'll separate yourself. You're going to have to. It's not being better than other people, but it's just recognizing that you are different, and you're going to keep doing the work every day, and you're going to be successful. At that moment that you realize that, that's your success. Because then you realize that everything that you've been trying to do, you can build it over and over and over again. It doesn't matter. You can make businesses happen. And this is one thing I've noticed. I can make businesses happen over and over and over again. Have you ever wondered how somebody will take a loss? You'll see that they went from rags to riches, back to rags, back to riches again, back to rags. It's because it's them. It's them. It doesn't matter. The guy, I just read The Hustle about that guy. The guy that did the Million Pixel website. I don't know if you guys remember this guy. The Million Pixel website. I don't know if you guys remember this guy. The $1 Million homepage, right? I don't know if you guys remember this page back in the day. But what this guy did is started a project saying he wanted to have a $1 million website. And so he sold 1 million pixels on here for $1 million. So they just did a story about him in The Hustle, and he's now owns calm.com, right? And it's really a bullshit website, like a meditation website or something like that. $250 million, an app for meditation and sleep. $250 million. He's got an office in San Francisco now. And how this dude built this Nobody knows, but he kept trying stuff from this $1 million homepage, and he kept trying to do things to get attention. And he explained that I stopped. What happened was that he's like, I stopped trying to do things to get attention and started providing value for people. And that's what changed, right? And then he started focusing on that. But how did he go from, he said he kind of flopped, right? He got a lot of bad press or whatever, then he just flopped and couldn't make anything happen. So he kind of went from $1 million down to broke, and he didn't really make $1 million because after taxes, blah, blah, blah. But then he's now, again, here it is, 200. How do people do that? $250 million now, right? How does that happen? It's because the determination to make this happen, that same determination, that same success story, just happened over here. Because it's him. It's not luck. It's not anything. He just kept focused, kept working what he was doing, right? And then came over here and did it again. That's it. And you got to keep trying. He tried a lot of shit that flopped. I remember. He tried a lot of shit. Flopped. Same story. This is just a I think this guy was a Brit too, right? This is a British Spike Lee. That's all. On web pages. Go look at the history on this. $1 million web page, sold out, right? 1 million pixels, and it probably cost him $3. This is the HTML page. $7 for the domain, and I don't know, man. $3 for the hosting. Awesome. So, anyways, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, man. Work on your shit every day, man. Stay focused and watch changes happen, man. I'm out of here.